I'm Aaron Gallo.
I'm Marty Hogan.
And I'm Eric Berry.
And we're from the Starfleet Escape podcast. And you're listening to another great four-eyed radio product. For more shows, check out foureyedradio.com.
Hey there, Eric here from Socially Awkward Studios, and this Four-Eyed Radio presentation is being proudly brought to you by Raven Designs, illustration and design that fit your personality. For samples and inquiries, visit ravencruise.com.
Hey, it's the Ranger Command Power Hour.
Ranger Command Power Hour presents Kickback Says. In this bonus episode, Trekkie B47 and Kickback have their own discussion regarding Power Rangers Dino Charge. Enjoy.
You sound just like the guy!
Noam Camel or whatever.
You're Gnome Canile, whatever.
Oh my god! Dino Charge!
Power Rangers Dino Charge!
Oh my god, it's the best thing ever.
I have not enjoyed an episode of Power Rangers like that since RPM.
Yes.
And even then, it was a different feel. It felt more like the end of the Saban era Power Rangers, like Time Force. Was kind of what I got a big vibe of, something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. 'Cause Chip Lynn.
You know, we joked about whether or not to have faith. I'm glad we had faith.
I've got faith of the heart.
I was gonna start singing "You Gotta Have Faith." You gotta have faith, baby.
I was thinking the Enterprise theme.
Yeah, yours is probably better because mine starts talking about wanting to touch your body.
Hey, Dino Charge can touch my body anytime if it's going to be this good.
And there goes the end of the children's show.
I don't know the last time that I watched a Power Rangers episode as many times as I've done since Friday.
No, I totally feel it.
I think I've rewatched this thing 5 or 6 times at this point.
I haven't had a day off work since... And, of course, I'm the dumbass who it's like, hey, you know, congratulations, everyone. We got the retweets out, and we got the episode unlocked, and maybe it'll come out that night. And then some of my old coworkers were like, hey, you want to come over and have a drink or two? And I was like, yeah, you know, work was kind of crappy. I'll go have, like, maybe 2 drinks. That's what I'll have 2 drinks and a bite to eat. Instead, I had 6 drinks and no bites to eat. And I remember watching the intro in my bed as the
drunk?
Yeah. I was like, that's so cool, and then I passed out, and I looked up, and my tablet was still, like, laying, like, on me, and I was like, wow. and then my day at work that day there was no Coyote Ugly syndrome. I didn't wake up and go, ugh.
What did I watch? Ugh.
What did I watch last night?
It was funny because you DM'd me and you're like, I'm at the bar drinking, but it's up. Because I don't know, I was still up, but I wasn't really checking Twitter, and I think it was like 12:15 when you DM'd me. And when you said it was up, I was like, oh, holy shit! And then I had to deal 30 minutes with Nick's fucking online player before it actually worked.
Such a joke. I hate that thing. No offense, Nickelodeon, but your video player is obviously made to promote the same commercial 6 times in a row.
Well, if you have ad blocker, you don't even deal with that.
Yeah, but get ad blocker by installing something else onto your browser. Pass. No, I'm kind of interested in seeing that SpongeBob SquarePants movie. You know, so what they're doing on their app must work. So. I was like, hey, that's kind of cool, you know. That's another children's property, sexualizing women. Woo!
Yay. But, man, this episode... Well, did you get a chance to finally watch the full thing?
No, Eric, it's been up for 4 days, and I've been like, yes, I've watched the whole thing. God. I watched it that morning.
Nice.
I was like chugging water, aspirin, and whatever else I could find. I think AP said it best. I was laughing my ass off on my way to work that day because I was not totally checking my phone at stoplights or anything. But she put on Twitter something like, watching the Dino Charge opening intro for like the 8th time. And she's like, quotes, "Don't you ever stop." And she was like, "I can't." That is pretty much how I am. I think I've watched, okay, so the one thing about Power Ranger intros is the more powerful they feel, like the more jazzed you get. And the last intro that I remember being like really powerful, where you're like, yeah, that's kind of awesome. Okay, let's go. Probably was SPD was pretty good.
Yeah.
Dino Thunder was really good as far as like getting you jazzed up in the intro.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I think this, in my honest opinion, is the best intro since the original series, Mighty Morphin.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I really got jazzed up when it aired. For some reason, the Mighty Morphin Season 3 theme, like just how that was all cut together, that was really cool.
Yeah, I would say, Season 1 and 2 were kind of like, but Season 3, like, they did a good job of kind of, like, building it up, so to speak. But I wanted to point out one thing, and I have no idea if you guys talked about it, because I'm, like, the addendum to your episode, since I don't have a life anymore and I had to go to work. And I don't think my boss would be like, yeah, go ahead and take an hour, go sit outside. You work in a giant place that sells groceries on top of everything else, and the Super Bowl's coming. It's not like we're going to be busy. Go sit down.
Take a rest.
But I did notice they're listening to the fans, and do you know why I say this?
Why?
What was the biggest complaint of the intro when it was revealed on the smartphone app? You got to remember, I am a music person. Remember, we've had this conversation before.
Oh, yeah.
They changed the theme song.
Did they?
At the end, it used to, it would just do its normal tune or whatever until it got to the end and said Power Rangers Dino Charge.
Yeah.
Now, because that was the biggest complaint, was that there was like no energy. It was kind of like dun 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 dun, just all happy and go lucky. But now, after they do the chorus, go to Power Rangers, all that stuff.
Dino Charge.
Before you get that, as it builds up to it, they've added like a heavy guitar riff, so it's all dun 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 dun, and it was not on the app. So listen to the actual intro of the show, then go listen to your app. You'll tell the difference.
Okay, even when they're building up in the beginning, that guitar riff.
No, this is at the end.
Oh, towards the end. Okay.
Only at the end.
I didn't really notice that, but when listening to it,
First thing I noticed.
But when I did listen to it, and I've listened to it 20-something times by now.
Since you woke up this morning.
Yeah, exactly. The ending does have that buildup of energy at the end, like it ends on a bang.
And that was not in the original song on the app.
Okay.
So since the app came out and since they put all that together, it changed. And that was the big complaint everyone had, is that it didn't feel like it had enough oomph.
Well,
and
plus
now it kind of feels like it's got oomph.
Plus, no more damn, like, Mickey Mouse roll call stuff anymore.
Tyler! Shelby! Coda!
Yeah, it is. Oh, Coda!
Coda smash! No. I don't know if Yoshi's work is going to be like Hulk, but I think it's kind of cool. Well, since we're talking about music, did you like the ending theme? Because I thought that was also jazzed up.
Yeah, I love that too. Yeah, just the whole theme. The opening was cut together beautifully. I loved all the action shots. My favorite part of that opening is right at the end when they're switching between those multiple shots of them posing, doing their final pose. I was like, man, that is perfect.
I know we gave, or not we as in you and me, but more like my guys, specifically some guy that's always been overly harsh over the years. I won't name him by name, but I think we all know who he is. Mr. Keeps My Life Interesting every day. Can't talk about that one. No, the visual effects editing is always, it felt weak in Super Megaforce. And it's not to take away from what they do. I understand they have direction they're following, but it felt weak. The little things, like in the intro, like when they pose, and they got their action scenes going, there's a streak of light that is of their ranger color that kind of trails down the side of their body when they're smiling at the camera. Little things like that. The scene cutting, the Dino Charge logo kind of flying at you, like the dinosaur part.
Oh, yeah.
The T-Rex face, how it just kind of flies in the screen, and then even when they were cutting to each ranger getting their Energem, they did it in the shape of the sash across the vest.
Yep. Oh,
I mean, all these little things, and I like the visual effects on the CGI. The CGI dinosaurs are a different story, but the visual effects of the colors on them was really cool.
We mentioned that in our recording. I like that they tied kind of when the dinosaurs got their bonding with the Energems, there's like that nervous system kind of energy flow, and it's the same thing that happened to Tyler and Shelby when they bonded with the Energems when they were frozen.
Yeah.
So that was a great visual cue. I thought the frozen part, when they were frozen, that was a gorgeous effect shot. And even in the opening, I loved at the end with the interactivity of the logo and the Energems flying out. That was awesome.
That's awesome. I like the shot in the intro of Fury from the caveman drawing that his dad did to an age-old shot. I want to say it's from, I don't know, I'll have to go look, from Kyoru Gold's first appearance. History shot back in the past. Well, you have to follow Kyoru to understand that story.
Right.
And then it's like the picture to that scene and then shoots to like current day when he's got his PETA be damned fur coat on or whatever. And like that shot's awesome, and it's just the way they sequenced, like, as someone who used to do like nerdy anime music videos back when I was in college, and actually had a couple that were pretty popular, trying just to match this, like the feel of the music and where the tempo is, what the feeling is, and trying to match that with what's happening on the actual screen. They did a great job. So whoever put that intro together deserves a hug, at least a hug.
Like you said before, it's the little things, and actually Hassan commented on this in our recording, that he really liked the fact that there's that shot of all the dinosaur silhouettes, and he thought it would be cool as the new powers and Rangers are revealed, those dinosaurs are fully brought into light.
Oh, I think they will. Judd, I'm not going to call him Judd. I'm going to call him Chip. I think Chip will totally do that. But you know what my favorite thing is, and I was curious. This is why I wish I could have made it to the recording you did.
Yeah.
I was really curious if I figured out what in the intro made AP smile, and not because of the lack of a roll call, because I think I figured it out, or at least it made me smile.
What was that?
My all-time favorite bit of the intro. Right? So they're doing everything. James Davies, Black Ranger.
Yeah.
Holding a skateboard.
The Kiwi.
With the Kiwi, and he's a Kiwi because he's New Zealand. That is my favorite bit of the intro right there.
Yeah, I actually brought that one up, and everyone really liked that I pointed that out. But yeah, I thought that was hilarious, that little visual gag. I thought it was a badass shot with him staring down the barrel of the gun. That was really cool.
I like that they're allowing him to be scruffy.
Yeah.
Like everyone else is like clean shaved. He's scruffy. I like that. It kind of shows that I don't think we're dealing with high schoolers this time, which I kind of like. These look like all post-graduate high schoolers that are, working summer jobs or something like that.
At the museum.
We don't know where to. We don't know where the Green Ranger is yet. We don't know if he's a cook or what's going on. I'm assuming I wouldn't be surprised if he was a cook. That'd be kind of funny.
I thought he was the cook at the Dino Bite
Cafe.
The Dino Bite Cafe.
That is so awesome, too.
I would rather eat there any day of the week than Ernie's brain freeze.
Yeah, froyo kind of sucks. I don't know if you've ever had a froyo. It's really not.
I have. It's...
Like the actual froyo. People are like, I've had frozen yogurt. No, like an actual froyo. It's different than frozen yogurt.
Yeah.
Don't like it. And you know what I really feel bad about?
What's that?
Like how depressing does it have to feel if you're Azim Rizk or Cameron Jibo or Sierra Hanna, and you're on Twitter and everyone's like, this is the greatest show ever, this makes the last 4 years totally forgivable. Yay, Dino Charge, someone cares, and they got people that can act. It's like, I just kind of stare and like, be like, well, fuck you guys too.
And I mean, some of the old cast have tweeted their congrats to, all the new actors. But yeah, I mean, they gotta feel like crap right now, because it's like, even at Power Morphicon, there's like, yeah, we got more surprises towards the finale. Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh wait, sorry, no. You you had Astronema for like 3 seconds. Yay! And then you totally dubbed over the Japanese ending. Yay! Whatever.
But yeah, I mean, they probably got to feel like crap. I mean, they worked what they had, and with the direction that they had from Zachor. Succor. Thank God that guy's gone, because holy shit.
You can tell what a difference is versus someone who's doing it for a job and someone who's doing it and actually cares what they're putting out.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but one episode of Power Rangers Dino Charge has been better than the last 4 years of Power Rangers. Any episode in the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, any episode. Pick Samurai, Super Samurai, Megaforce, whatever. Pick an episode. It does not compare to Dino Charge. Dino Charge, so at Toku Nation, which is where I'm from, we have a Power Rangers following. They're just not very positive, because it's kind of like, I say it like an abused wife syndrome is what they call it.
Yeah, well, you get burned so many times, you get used to being shit. Yeah.
And it's kind of like, even on the better episodes of those last 4 years, they were still like, I guess it's okay. And there's always the people that would fight and be like, well, for Super Megaforce, it was pretty good.
But for the rest of Power Rangers, it really sucked.
And it's like, obviously at Toku Nation, we don't pull in a giant, 400 votes or anything like that. But, we do get 50, 60, 70 votes, which for us is good. We're a tighter-knit community.
Yeah.
So all the people that saw Dino Charge Episode 1 out of 56 total votes, 45 gave it a 5 out of 5.
That's pretty damn impressive.
That's 80%. I know Ranger Board was even higher than that. Ranger Board, I think, was 83% or something.
There's literally one person who gave it a 1 rating and one person who gave it a rating of 2 out of 5. There's only 2 people that have scored it that low.
I'm looking right now. Yeah, it's it's only 61%. A lot more harsh critics. You got 209 5s and 111 4s. So, that's understandable, though. There's a lot of people that... I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on about different things, but it's like, hold on, I have to stop real quick, because Razzle just put a picture up of the Gold Ranger key in the Gold Legendary Morpher saying it's time for a Gold Rush, and that deserves a retweet and a favorite. Okay, now back to Dino Charge.
Well, wait, now I want to... I want to look at this now. Hold on. What did he do? I don't see it.
Legendary Morpher. Oh, it's the reflection. Okay. Of the key.
Oh, I just saw that.
I was like, the number 1, 4, and 7 key are dirty. Like, oh no, it's the reflection. I need to get that gold Morpher.
It's nice. If you can't find it near you, there's a couple at my Toys R Us. I can grab one for you.
Yeah, I'll let you know. We called the Toys R Us around my areas, and they're not getting Saba or Tiger Zord in for probably another week.
Dude, Saba, you don't even believe, man. It's amazing.
No, I've seen pictures and people holding it up, being like, "Holy crap, it's a sword." Bandai of America released a sword as a toy.
Oh man, but yeah, Dino Charge, what? No, I love the villains.
I love... Poisander's going to take a little bit of time to grow on me, I'm not going to lie.
Is it her voice, or...?
I think it's her voice. It's the overly... it's a little... I don't want to... It's not dry. That's not the term I'm looking for. It's almost cliche.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
A little cliche, so that's a little bit. I do
Someone,
like.
someone
that they were
mentioned
really good.
on. Oh, sorry.
I
Someone
was gonna
mentioned. No, someone mentioned on Twitter that her voice actress is also a singer, so we may hear her sing at some point.
the Dino Charge theme song.
Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Schnookums.
No, I like that they got Igeron in there. Wrench. I like that he's also in there. That makes me happy, and I think that they found a good role for him, as opposed to being the, D-boss agent of sadness. Now he's a mechanic. It fits. It works. Fury, I think, is awesome.
Yep.
Sledge sounds awesome. He looks kind of... When you got him standing next to,
the Japanese suits. Yeah.
And then there's the American... it's not American-made, but American-commissioned. That's what we'll call it.
Right.
That's kind of like nothing has quite touched the level of 1994 or whatever with Lord Zed.
I would say Grum is up there.
No, Mesagog's higher than Grum.
I like the dynamic that Sledge and Poisandra had. It's more of a Lord Zed Rita vibe.
It's a Lord Zed Rita post-Love Potion vibe.
Right. I just like that at times he felt defeated because she's like, and your stupid asteroid collection. He's like, ugh.
The guy's smart because he's doing everything he can to avoid getting married.
Right.
He's a bro. He knows. Doesn't matter how much of an evil mastermind you are. When you get married, it's all over. You're no longer in charge. You are now second rate.
Oh, did you like that shot of D in the prison cells?
Of D? Which D? Death
Rouger? Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it was the monster form.
Yeah, his monster form.
I didn't dislike it. I didn't pay too much attention. I was trying to listen to what they were saying rather than try to find all the Easter eggs. I was looking for past season monsters to see if they just cheated, and they're like, hey, no one's going to know Master Xandred in the corner. I didn't see any of that.
Well, they had that monkey Wee from Jungle Fury on the poster that Sledge was looking at.
But that's just an awesome Easter egg, giving a nod to continuity for the first time since...
forever.
We got more continuity in one episode of Dino Charge than we did in 20 episodes of Super Mega Force.
Yeah.
Seriously, because then they also referenced something else. It was Jungle Fury, and wasn't it Operation Overdrive? Or was it Wild Force? I thought they made a reference to...
What?
Yeah, there's two. There's two references made. Jungle Fury's one, there's another one. I don't know. I'll have to rewatch it. I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. I don't know.
I also like the subtle vibes towards Jurassic Park, like Tyler's Jeep. Totally looking like a Jurassic Park Jeep.
Isn't that just Tommy's Jeep painted red?
It could
Dino
be.
Thunder.
That Jeep's got around, man.
You know what? We did see a picture of Tyler's dad, and it's not any former Power Ranger that we know.
Yep.
Wah, wah, wah. But you know what? I'm okay now. On Talkin Toku, we asked if people would be disappointed if they had no past cameos, and now I'm totally fine because they've done enough universe building in one episode that they can touch on that for the next 40 episodes, and I'll be totally happy. And this could end up surpassing... this could become... If it stays on the same course, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Yes, I know. We're going to get some filler episodes. It's what happens. But, this could end up replacing a lot of people's favorite Power Rangers series. That's how strong this first episode was.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. 0 Sentai footage in this episode, which was incredible.
What shocks me, because the Kyoryuju footage is really, really good. It is classic Koichi Sakamoto, pan on your feet and then shaky cam.
Yep.
That's what Koichi does. He likes to take pictures of your feet. He does. If you look at any of the female fighting shots, he's always getting to their feet. It's weird.
Okay.
Shaky RPM cam footage, and there you go.
Yeah. Well, I like the fight that we got with the monster, and I brought this up, and no one else thought it was a thing. But I said, Do you remember that part in the fight where Dino Charge Red did kind of like that spin, like his whole body spin kick thing?
Yep.
Totally reminded me, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it totally reminded me, the first thing I thought of was Forever Red when MMPR Red when Jason did the same body spin kick.
I will have to rewatch the Forever Red because I thought Jason's was a little more over the top.
It was a little more over the top.
Like he was attached to a drill, and it was just like, I didn't get that feeling from Tyler's kick.
For me, it kind of reminded me of that. Like, that's why I instantly thought of, like, oh my god, he's doing Jason's spin kick from Forever Red.
Well, there's a lot of things I've seen in this episode that a lot of people are like, maybe this means this, maybe this means this, and so I just kind of want to speculate a little bit. Obviously,
sure.
We're going to do one on Talkin Toku, which might beat out Ranger Command as far as when it's released. So, haha. But so I'll talk about it there too.
Okay.
Love you. People have joked, oh, they're supposed to get married. Everyone's like, where's Lucky Row from Kyoryuger? We don't
it's gonna be their kid.
It's gonna be their kid. People are like, okay, so Koda's a caveman, so how is he there? I thought he was supposed to be a caveman. It's like, obviously Kendrick's daughter, whatever her name is, Kendall.
Kendall, yeah.
And that just might be a little nod. You never know. Just kind of like they named Mia, Mia Watanabe, just like there's Cam Watanabe.
Nice names.
Nice name. Leo. Again, the difference between Jonathan Zakor and Judd Lin. Although, what did I say to you when I called you on Friday night? What was the first thing I said to you when you answered the phone?
I don't remember.
I said, nice shooting.
Nice shooting text. Yeah.
Anytime me and Eric actually talk on the phone, I always start the conversation off in some crazy, strange, inappropriate way.
Yeah, I thought that was a nice reference to Ghostbusters. That was pretty cool. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but...
it could have been. I also think I liked Koda eating the burger.
Did you see on Twitter that Yoshi said that the real burp that he did was actually a lot grosser? Like, they had to redub the burp?
I did not see that. That's awesome.
Yeah, he said that was a fun fact. Like, he had to ADR the burp again because his original one was too gross.
I just think it's cool that he eats a burger probably away a lot of us.
Speaking of Koda, I mean, we get one line from him, and it's muffled, but I love the shot when they were driving away from the museum, and he's just hanging out the window like a grinning idiot because it's like, technology and cars are fun.
Well, I liked when Kendall's explaining to Shelby why she can't come on the dig because Koda and Chase are trained professionals, and she looks over and Chase is trying to spin the skateboard like on his head, and Koda's burps and licking got burger all over his face. That type of humor is what we've needed, not the humor that we were force-fed the last 4 years. Right.
Oh yeah, and speaking of the humor, Tyler pulls out a banana. Banana! and then his shorts, and people were saying that was like O's.
A euphemism.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, some of us took it as a Gaim reference, like, oh, he's got a lockseed.
Banana!
If you pulled out a lockseed, it was just like, drink. Banana. Although I was telling you when I called you the other night, I love how it's once again it's picking on itself a little bit with the morpher. They're like, oh well,
I'm spinning the thing.
I just started spinning the thing, and then it just kept spinning, and like I'm sorry, but they're totally it's making fun of the morpher because it's so ridiculous. But I love it. I love it. I'm surprised they use it. I'm really curious. I hope we get a lot of civilian fights this season.
Me too. Well, I mean, just from the footage that we briefly saw in the opening, I really like that one shot of Koda totally going all caveman when they did that like 3-way shot right at the beginning. I was like, man, he's gonna kick so much ass.
Well, and I like that they're letting him utilize his athleticism. Like, he's doing his flips. It's not.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's not someone that does a flip and then puts their arm over their face real quick. And
they're doing their stunts.
For the most part, well, yeah. I mean, I just, like, now I'm even more hopeful after seeing the first episode that we don't go into the same trend that we've been used to, which is some random person's like, Rangers, there's a monster downtown. Okay, we'll get it.
Because them working at this museum is a good cover for going out in the field and being Rangers. Like, I don't know if that's
looking for Energems.
Yeah.
And let's call it what it is. Kendall's the Purple Ranger. Come on.
Yeah, she had the purple glasses, the purple ring.
Yep, yeah. She's the. Although I'm curious. Like, I think Camille is a little bit younger than she is.
Yeah, I got that immediately. I was actually really surprised because I remember when everyone found out that Claire was playing her. I saw her age. I'm like, oh man, she's really young. But I was surprised watching the show because she acted very maturely, much older than her real age, and I really appreciated that.
And I was really excited to see her have a civilian fight scene.
Yes.
Granted, she's using a shovel, but hey, she's probably the smartest one of them all, because I'd use a shovel. Or a banana. Actually, no, that's the second shovel, because we have the shovel from Tyler, and now we've missing out.
Shovel weapons.
Shoveler, power up.
Speaking of power ups, do you think that if Judd Lynn is back or Chip Lynn, we're gonna get a battleizer? Do you think we're gonna go back to that thing in Power Rangers?
Well, there's the Kyoru Carnival, which is the Red Ranger's power up, which I don't know how that's gonna work because if they're not including the whole dance theme.
Yeah, because his attacks are
like he's always like dancing, and the dinosaurs are dancing with him in the background. That might be a little weird, but I could see them possibly. I mean, there's a lot of good footage with Kyoru Carnival in it that you almost have to use, like some good group shot explosions. That I would be totally fine if they use those instead of making their own. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a battleizer. I mean, and that one's really up to Bandai.
Yeah.
Because as we've learned, Bandai seems to have more and more influence over what's in the show just because of whether or not they're willing to front some money to production to have something made. Like, hey, let's do a battleizer. I mean, I would love that, but I mean, we're already getting the armored might of like all the male Rangers right now, and they usually hold those off for whatever. I am looking forward to seeing what's at Toy Fair 2015. Because I want to see some new Rangers in the 5-inch figure series.
Legendary Rangers, perhaps?
No, I want to see. I want to see Aqua, Purple. No, it's not Cyan. It's Aqua. Come on now, it's Aqua.
And Graphite.
Graphite, Purple, Talon, Silver, Gold.
Those would be cool.
Because we didn't get any figures of any of the other than the main 6, other than the little vinyl figures, but that's what I'm hoping for. I hope we get some cool stuff. And Dino Charge was I'm charged up, man. I
am too.
I don't want to keep this long because I know you and I can talk forever. Yeah, just edit half this out.
But wait, what were your thoughts on the Keeper? Honestly,
the one thing that's gonna bug me is the fact that they didn't. It's his eyes. The eyes are gonna bug me just because. In every fight scene, or in the intro fight scene, it's just a dude wearing the mask, a little dude.
Right. Well, and, actually, it's a woman.
Well, same thing.
Yeah,
but
right.
Just the eyes are like looking at the camera, but the fight's like 45 degrees to his left. But because of the way the mask is made, that's gonna bug me. Like that's something I wish they could edit in the post.
Now Here's something else I thought of, because that whole opening with the introduction of the villains, which was a great 10-minute awesome opening without any Rangers, that was perfect. Because all of that took place 65 million years ago, and then, his ship spun out into space. So what if the marriage happens off-screen, and they already have their child, which is Lucaroo or whoever that guy is? What if they do that? Because I'm still concerned about that time gap, because if these villains have been on Earth or in space for 65 million years, that's...
They've probably run out
weird.
of gas. So now the energems are just going to be to, like, fuel up. Although gas prices are down, so maybe not. I don't know. But no, I wouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, Luckaroo wasn't really in a lot of necessary footage. He was responsible, or she, or whatever gender it was responsible for making monsters grow, but as we know, they have no problem changing that.
Right.
So, I don't know. Plus, those are the parts that may not make sense or may actually weaken Dino Charge, because Kyoryuger had a lot of humor.
Right.
And it was a lot of, it's kind of a mix of Gintaro from Kamen Rider 4s meets Richard Simmons meets... and that's Daigo, that's the Red Ranger in Kyoryuger. And so take that and the fact that everyone's like, oh, his name is King. We'll call him King. Yay, King. He's King. Oh, wait, his dad is King. What's going on? All the girls love him. And that obviously isn't being translated over from what we can see so far. So It's a different story. It seems to take itself a little more seriously to the point where, it actually looks like instead of a sing and dance routine throughout the series, we're not going to get that. So including something like Luckaroo and then having him or her, use a flowering pot to flower monsters to water them so they grow.
Right.
It just kind of doesn't really fit, and I would be afraid that something like that could actually
hinder the show.
All of this stuff is really cool, and and then this is how they make them grow. That's my only fear.
It's looking great so far.
Well, yeah, usually when we do any kind of episode discussion, we're sitting there, we spent this entire time pointing out all the flaws.
Yeah, this is just all praise.
Well, I do have a flaw.
The CG dinosaurs.
Okay, I have two flaws.
What's the first flaw?
Well, that would be the first flaw.
Okay.
Just, the CGI dinosaurs. I'm glad we're using our own footage because I'm pretty sure Tyrannosaurus Rexes didn't have mohawks.
Yeah.
So, kudos. I understand why you did it, and I appreciate you doing that. My second flaw is, unlike Power Rangers Samurai and Power Rangers Megaforce and Super Megaforce, they never bothered to really make you care about the story, so you really didn't care when you caught the next episode. So my flaw for Dino Charge is, how dare you make me want to watch the next episode? I got over that when Kamen Rider Gaim ended. I was like, awesome. Now I don't feel like I have to be pressured to race and make time to sit down, and now in Dino Charge I do, because Tyler and Shelby are BFFs now driving off into the sunset, and here comes Fury from out the shadows going, I smell energy. And then they end it with the coolest outro music ever, and I'm like, son of a bitch. And that episode doesn't even air till fucking Valentine's Day.
When you're going to be knee-deep in Toy Fair anyway.
I know, don't even get me started on that one.
Okay.
Dino Charge. I gotta throw the disclaimer in there.
Yeah, which Power Rangers is the one? But man, I can't wait. I'm literally charged up for this season.
What did you tell Saban? Because me and Eric are obviously both members of the Power Force, and so they contacted us to want to know how we thought of the first episode.
Oh,
what did you say, Eric?
What did I say? Okay. I'll actually read it. Absolutely fantastic. Much better than the past 4 years. Judd Lin has made a true difference in the show. The cast is great, and the fans haven't been this excited in a long time. Feels great. That's what I wrote.
I wrote, hey, how have you been? I still love you. No. No, I actually, and I'll go ahead and spoil this because by the time your episode comes out and this is included, it won't necessarily be a spoiler, but I used Jordan Deno from Talkin Toku as my example. As everyone knows, he is the harshest critic of Power Rangers ever. Even the good episodes, will be like, nope, it's still the biggest pile of crap ever. And it's a waste of time, a waste of breath. Like, he'll sit there and basically blame it for racism in the world. Like, it's
right.
that's how much he loathes Power Rangers. Like,
yeah.
But I sent messages out the next morning to him and to Tom to be like, so what do you guys think of the episode? Give me the rundown. And Jordan's response was, issues with CGI, obviously. And he goes, honestly, the best episode of Power Rangers I've seen in easily a decade.
Wow.
And said, and with a notation of, and yes, I will be watching the series. Hopefully it stays this good. So I used him as my example to our contact with Saban Brands when I said, so one of my associates, who's been a very harsh critic of Power Rangers over the last 4 years, said this. And then I mentioned that, show was great. I think they have a giant hit on their hands. Fans universally across the board seem to love it, which is something that hasn't really been the case for a while. Mm-hmm. I included please let the production staff know they hit a home run and we really appreciate it, and thanks for caring. The response I got back was, I thought the court said you couldn't email me anymore. No, kidding.
Oh, God.
No, I got the response of, oh, wow, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing.
Oh, okay. Oh, man.
Inside jokes galore.
I haven't seen the fandom act this way where we could all get behind, aside from the super hardcore Sentai people, like, holy crap. Like, you can't do anything to please those people.
Well, there's always going to be people that are upset because it's not Kyoryuger enough.
Right.
It's like, no, it needs music. It's the whole premise of Kyoryuger was music. Well, yeah, but you know what? That's what makes an executive producer or director great, is when they can take something, change it enough to make it work. If that means changing the entire background theme of music and getting rid of that entirely altogether and creating something new and different using the same material, that's got to be major kudos and props to whoever does that versus Jonathan copy-paste Zach.
Where we would have got dancing and, God, I can't even imagine.
Okay. I can tell you right now, here's the first episode of Power Rangers Dino Charge with Jonathan Zachor in charge. Okay. Our opening sequence takes us to an island out in the Pacific, into a jungle, where we see Tyler running in like bushwhacker clothes. So he's got like a little vest and a skirt on or something, right? And he gets saved. He gets saved from these aliens that are attacking by this giant bird. And yes, I know Tauren is a sore spot for a lot of people right now. I understand that. But he gets saved by this giant bird, and the giant bird is like, to defeat the evil, you must bond with the dinosaurs. That is the only way you can defeat them. So here, take this gun, and and I will teleport you to the city to fight some more. And then he teleports him to the city, and then Tyler's like, oh my gosh, and starts fighting, and then the dinosaur magically appears, and Tauren goes, the dinosaur chose him after all. And he puts the battery in and does the spin or whatever and yells, it's morphin' time, go Dino Charge, and does a spin and fires the bullet like a princess and changes into the Red Ranger. And then basically, if you know Kyoryuger, you understand that I'm pretty much just giving you the exact same episode, just changed a little bit and even dumbed down for Zachor. So yeah, that would have been the first episode of Dino Charge. If you notice, there was I included no backstory to the powers, no backstory to the villains, no backstory to anything, which is the
exactly
Zachor.
What. Yep.
We got more exposition in the first episode of Dino Charge than we did in 4 years of Power Rangers.
Yeah, in all 4 years of Power Rangers.
I know more about Sledge and his crew and what they're doing and where they're going and why they're doing it than I ever understood why the hell Master Xander wanted to flood the freaking city with water.
And with his medicine.
No, give him his medicine. Think about it this way.
Mm-hmm.
Super Megaforce gave us the power to turn into any past Ranger without any explanation as to how the fuck they could do that.
Yeah, none whatsoever.
Use these keys. Where did these keys come from? The sides of the room. Okay, well, where did they come from? Don't ask questions. You're needed.
They're the spirits of the dead Rangers.
Their key only... No. Well, little things like, hey, let's not include a Sixth Ranger key anywhere on that display until we need to use it for a shot, in which case then we'll just add one and then we'll take it out. Which basically shows you that they filmed all the Command Center sequences in one day.
Yeah, and in the first 10 minutes of Dino Charge, we know exactly what's powering them and why they're so important.
Well, we don't know exactly what's powering the energems.
Well, but, powering their powers, like what's giving them power.
Well, yes. I mean, obviously, it's a combination of, and I'm sure we'll get more exposition on it when we meet the Keeper and the team is together. And that's the thing I'm excited for, is this first episode showing us strong characters and Tyler and Shelby.
Yes.
And then rewatching the intro a few times, like, really makes you want to see the whole team finally come together, because it sounds like Chase and Coda are already Power Rangers.
Right, and like Riley wasn't anywhere in this episode.
No, Riley wasn't anywhere. So obviously I think he's the last one to become a Power Ranger, because I think Chase and Coda already are, and when we are introduced to them, we'll get their backstories, how they found the Energem, et cetera, and everyone's going to be part of this museum team that goes around trying to dig up fossils, hoping to find the Energems before Sledge does. That is my personal prediction, which I would be okay with.
And it's so cool. I love the museum. It's awesome.
I know. I'm scared. It's like, wait, paleontology? Someone digging up dinosaur bones?
Tommy!
I'm looking over my shoulder like, God, no. Please, no. Oh, man. I couldn't remember to do my homework, but I became a paleontologist.
Oh man! Every time I did a slight rewatch on Dino Thunder, and I probably watched maybe the first 15 episodes of a few weeks ago, and I forgot how many times he says "Aw man."
It's just "Aw man."
Oh man!
This is the coolest museum I've seen. You know, I'm from Angel Grove and Reefside, but oh man, that looks like a
Amber
Rexoplusimus Zord.
Amber Beach. It's an
Amber
nice
Beach.
name.
Angel Grove.
Tyler Navarro. I mean, we got last names. We got right away. It was just like boom.
I know. I'm just sad that Jason's real last name wasn't Navarro.
Yeah.
And you can't fit that in. But like I said, I'm actually okay now. Like, if they don't include past Rangers, cool. I hope we get a crossover, because I still think that would be cool.
I would love a crossover. That would be amazing.
But as long as they keep Tommy out of this series, I don't care.
God, yeah.
I could see him on Facebook now, be like, man, they should have brought me back. Tommy's a paleontologist. You need help with dinosaurs. Tommy's the guy you call.
You do that a little too well.
Uchi says I look like JDF anyways.
Yeah! Oh, man.
Oh, Tommy. Do you say oh man or aw man? I missed that.
I said aw man. Oh, man.
I would love if freaking Riley as the Green Ranger starts going, oh man, like I will actually lose my shit, like, in a hilarious kind of way. He's like, oh man.
I'm so excited for this. I'm actually excited about the future of Power Rangers in the next 2 years. I'm not completely dreading what's going to happen.
I was totally excited till I saw that Power Rangers Origins trailer that keeps getting pulled down by Saban. I was really excited till I saw that. Now I'm a little skeptical again.
No, it was made 2 years ago. I don't think anything's happening with that.
So, how do you like our new look?
Insert Tommy right there.
Well, I pretty much look like Tom with long hair.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're gonna love.
Oh man.
Oh man.
You just said it.
They need to release. They need to release a Mighty Morphin Green Ranger with actual like Tommy quotes. And I just all I want it is "aw man," and then I want to break it so all he can say is "aw man."
Oh man! Oh man!
Oh man! Oh man! Oh no! Oh man!
It's just different versions of "oh man."
Hey Bandai, San Diego 2015.
And I'm excited about any potential exclusives this year at conventions.
Well, they're going to be Dino Chargers, or at least come with Dino Chargers, but I hope they get a little more creative, because obviously everyone's like, oh god, it's a gold-plated Saba for $300, watch it.
I mean, in terms of Dino Charge, give me Energems, because those are some cool props.
They are cool props. I would love Energems. I would love repaints.
Oh, like Megazord repaints?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we haven't had that in a while.
No, instead we just get the only repaints we ever get are not even repaints. They're just different, same mold, different plastic on the bikes and the armors.
Right.
But I really want to see a special color Megazord or something.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Well, they did that for Kyoryuger with the black and the gold Megazord thing. I'm sorry, I've barely watched any Kyoryuger.
Oh, and when we're done recording, where I'm going to tell you what episodes to watch, and if you don't have them yet, I will send them to you.
Okay.
There's just a couple episodes that just make you go, huh? That's awesome. Like I'll send you the episode that hooked me to Kyoryuger. I wanted nothing to do with it till I saw this episode, and then I went back and watched the whole damn series.
Oh, yeah, tell me that one. Yeah.
We're going to be done whenever. So, Eric, thanks for being on my show. See, I'm telling you something that's going to happen in the future, but in the theory, by the time your episode releases, has happened in the past.
It's releasing next Saturday, so...
Mine's going to release Friday, the day before your day. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't care, whenever. But yes, it was a lot of fun being on your show, Chris.
We had some great conversations. Like that one, that was great.
And when Tom said that thing badly, I was, oh man.
Yeah, when Tom made a racist, sexist, inappropriate comment, that was funny.
I liked when you had to insert that Talkin Toku apologizes segment right in the middle of your episode.
Yeah. I can't do the one I want to do. I already asked if we could do that one, and I was told, no, it's not.
Well, Chris, it's been fun.
Yeah, Eric, I had a great time being on your show today. Sorry that I couldn't make the actual recording, but thanks for letting me on. I expect you to probably edit most of this down so it's not a 30-minute Kickback Says segment, and more like a 5-minute Kickback Says segment.
It's probably going to be a 30-minute Kickback segment.
No. I do not want to take anyone's thunder away. Do not do that.
Okay. But yeah, no, I'll cut it down. Or maybe I'll release it as like a supplemental thing.
No, we don't need a supplemental thing just for us.
Just for us.
We don't need one just for us.
Okay. No, I'll cut it down.
Oh, man.
What? Oh, man.
You've been listening to the Ranger Command Power Hour, only on the Four-Eyed Radio Network. You can catch a new episode every other Saturday. Find us on the Morphing Grid at www.rangercommand.com. Follow us on Twitter at RangerCommandPH and like us on Facebook.com/RangerCommandPowerHour.
This has been another great presentation of the Four-Eyed Radio Network. You can catch more shows at foureyedradio.com.